Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to create this amazing responsive design. One thing I want you to notice is the size of the image. As we move to the smaller screen, the size of the image automatically adjusts. So please, if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe. Thank you. These are the files we're going to be needing for this tutorial, so I'll make the link available in the description. This was gotten from a Figma community. To get started, I'm going to add two frames, one for desktop and then the second one for a mobile phone. So these are the two frames we're going to be using. So I will quickly drag this header here, which is of less importance to us because our main focus is how to make this component responsive. So if I drag this here at this point, you notice it's not fitting in. If I bring this here, manage to fit in because it's a big screen. So what we're going to do here is we're going to, instead of applying some grids, we are going to create some variables. So now in here, I'm going to click on this and I will click on create variables. To get to this screen, you have to click on an empty space here, then variables. So then click on create variable. The first thing we want to do, we want to create number. So I will be naming this breakpoint. So the first breakpoint we're going to use here, it's from the size of this. Let me show you where we're getting this here. So here, this is for the desktop. Then for the mobile, I want to create another value for that. So I will click on the plus sign here. So this is going to ask me to move this to a design file. So I will just pick a design file. So I will pick a design theme here, this design theme. If you don't have any, you can just create a theme here. So I will select this and then click on move. So after doing that, displays this, I will click on the empty space here, select the local variable, then do this. But if this pops up a screen telling you that you need to pay for a plan, I have a video that will guide you on how to upgrade your Figma plan to professional without paying a dime. So the video, you can click on the video, watch that, upgrade it, and then come back here. So now for the mobile, we're going to set this to 393 here. So we can quickly change this to PC, and then I will also change this mode to mobile here. So now we've done this. So the next thing we want to apply this variable. So to apply that, you're going to select this frame, and here we are going to click on this wrap feature here. So this will enable our design to break. So here you're going to click on the width here and then apply variable. So you're going to apply the breakpoint here. So on my desktop, I'm going to drag one of this here and then drop it here. So because this screen is big enough, you can always try to center that. We're not going to notice any change. So you can select the desktop at this point and then click on this dot here. Then you're going to select collection. So now you say this desktop is your PC. So the next thing I want to do is I'll click on this, drag this here. But you notice there is no any responsive behavior here. So what you're going to do is click on the iPhone here, and then we are going to select this and then collection, then say mobile. Notice what happened. All of a sudden we have our design will just automatically break. So I can extend the height of this. But we are having some faults here. So we are going to fix that. So to do that, let's drag this back in here. You notice it's a bit responsive now. So to fix most of the problem, if I drag this in here, you notice the image is too big. So the next thing I want to do is we want to create a special variable for these images. So the next thing here is we have this image. We want to make this image responsive. So what we're going to do here is you click outside and then let's go to the variables here. So I'm going to add a new variable here. So this is going to be of type number. So this is going to be image height. And we're going to create another variable, guys, which is going to be image width. So let's select the image here. Selecting this, let's start with the width here. Or let's start with the height. Copy this, which is the height. That's the original height. I'm going to paste that for desktop. We want to maintain this height. But for mobile, I want to maintain this height, 361. That's the height. Then for the width here, let's see the width that we're having here. Copy this. I'm going to paste that here. So here, since I'm not using any fixed value, so I think I can adjust this to 29. So here I will adjust this to the old value, 361 here. So one last thing we want to create is the padding here, still number padding. So for PC, we want to maintain a padding of 80. For mobile, I will maintain a padding of 16. So these are all the variables we need to make our design responsive. So we can close this and start applying this one after the other. So the first one we want to apply here, it's the image width. So double click to select this group. Then here, click on this arrow pointing down. Then we're going to apply a variable, which is the image width. You notice there is no changes here. So let's apply the height again. So apply, so image height here. You notice still no changes. But let's drag this whole component down to this. You notice that our design this time have changed. The image sizes have changed compared to the first one. So if we drag this here, you see the image is bigger here. We bring this in here, you see it is smaller. So the next thing I want us to apply here is so let me drag this here. I want us to apply the spacing, to manage the spacing, because if we bring this in here, you notice that we have too much white space in here. So for the padding we created, I'm going to start applying it here. You notice from the original design, everything we're having here is 80. So I'm going to select this and then apply a variable that's called a padding here. So you notice we have little shift here. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to apply this padding. You notice we have a big shift, and then we now have more spacing on this item. So the last one we want to apply is this. So I'll apply the same padding here. So you notice we now have our component. So let's drag this back to this screen here. You notice we are still maintaining our design. But one last thing I want us to notice is this here, that's this item here, and then this item here. So let's drag this here one last time and then fix those. So if I arrange this, you notice that this is not fully visible. So because this is not fully visible, let's select this item here like this. So if you select this, make sure you're using this arrow here. That's the wrap feature. So you notice it dropped down automatically. So the next one is for this here. Make sure you're selecting this. Okay, this is what we're having here is an instance. So what I want you to do is right click here and then detach this instance here so that we can have full control. So I'm going to double click here and we can use this. But doing that, you don't see any change. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set that to fill. So once you set that to fill, we can automatically adjust that. And you can also apply your variables with this spacing here if you want to adjust that for desktop or for mobile. So if I carry this component and I bring this here, you see, I have my component, which is responsive. If I drag this here, and you notice, let me adjust that, we have this, which is also responsive. So this is how to create a responsive component. So if you want to create a responsive navbar, I already have the video. And if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe. Thank you.